All right, let's dive into the world of Arreqqana. We're talking about a coastal land filled with hidden magic, some really ancient secrets, and, well, a tide that's threatening to swallow everything. So let's see what's really lurking down there in the deep. And it really all kicks off with this one simple, desperate line. It's from a conversation between a young girl, Yevena, and her protector, Jeru. And this quote, it just perfectly captures the whole struggle of the story. Do you stay safe by hiding, or do you face a world that is, frankly, pretty dangerous? So, let's meet Yevena. Picture this, a young girl with this incredible silver hair, crescent marks on her cheeks. She's literally a child of the moon. But she is absolutely terrified of the outside world. School, her worst nightmare. The only place she feels safe, the only person she trusts, is Jeru. You can really see her whole conflict laid out here. On one side, you've got her tiny world. It's all about fear, hiding, and the safety she gets from Jeru. And on the other side is the massive world of Arreqqana, just calling to her. A world with school, yeah, but also with incredible magic and the pull of the ancient sea. So what does Jeru do? He strikes a deal with her, a promise. He says, look, just get through school, and after, you can go visit my Auntie Tiava's coven. And this isn't just some bribe to get her out the door. No, this is her introduction to coastal magic, to the songs of the moon and the tides, a kind of magic that, just might feel like home to her. And that promise leads them right here to this salt-crusted little cottage by the sea that just smells of seaweed and ozone. This is it. This is where Yevena's journey really kicks off, not just into the wider world, but deep into her own hidden power. And she's not walking into this alone, not by a long shot. She's welcomed by this amazing coven of women. You've got Tiaba, the warm leader, Marissa, a legendary stormweaver, the mysterious Moonlight, the super bubbly Jalon, and Kassarin, the one who's always watching quietly. It's a brand new community, basically a whole new family waiting for her. So her first lesson seems really simple. Marissa just tells her to close her eyes and listen, to match her breath to the rhythm of the waves. But when Yevena does it, she feels something else entirely. This deep, pulsing hum, an ancient energy just vibrating through the floorboards of the cottage. And that's when it clicks. It's not just a vibration, it's a song. In that one moment, Yevena realizes that her own lunar magic, the thing that's always made her feel so different, is actually in perfect sync with the ancient magic of the sea. She belongs here. She's a natural. You see, the coven teaches her something incredible, that all the trauma she's carrying from the war, all the grief that makes her want to hide, that's not a weakness. Not here. Here, it's fuel. It's power. They hand her a moonstone and show her how to pour all that pain into it, connecting her own magic directly with the oceans. But here's the thing. When you shout into something as ancient and as powerful as the sea, you better be ready for it to shout back. And the ocean's answer is immediate, powerful, and absolutely terrifying. The second Yevena channels her power into that moonstone, the tide outside just explodes. This isn't some natural swell, it's a direct response. The waves start hammering against the cottage over and over, like something is trying to knock the door down. And just when you think it can get any weirder, it does. In the sea foam, these ghostly faces start to form. The faces of the drowned. But they're not angry, no. They look like they're pleading with her. Their silent screams a desperate warning meant only for her. And as she listens to them, to their silent cries, Yevena gets it. The fear they're showing her isn't for themselves. It's for everyone. Her magic, her powerful call, it acted like a flare in the dark. And something ancient and terrible has just started to wake up. So what is this thing? Well, the coven has a name for it, the Deep Dweller. We're talking about an ancient Leviathan, a creature of unbelievable power that was sealed away ages ago. But now, thanks to the drowned souls, Yevena knows its prison is starting to crack. And right as this horrifying truth is sinking in, Jeru shows up, and his reaction is just pure gut instinct. He sees the witches, he sees the churning sea, and he sees a very pale but very determined Yevena, and his only thought is to protect her. To him, she's not some magical weapon, she's just a kid. And that really makes you wonder, doesn't it? We've just seen this massive magical threat bubble up from the depths. But who is this guy standing between that threat and this little girl? What kind of world is he so desperate to protect? So yeah, let's pivot and talk about Giroux for a minute, because his life is nothing like the quiet, safe bubble he tries to keep Yavena in. Oh no, he comes from this vibrant, messy, and fiercely loyal coastal community. In his world, well, it revolves around some seriously powerful women. There's Pepi, who he calls his anchor. She's described as fire wrapped in silk. Then you have Saravina, his biggest cheerleader, who apparently taught Pepi how to throw a punch just to keep him safe. There's Zaki, a brilliant celestial navigator, and Yaya, the one who keeps the whole operation from falling apart. This isn't just a group of friends. It's a tight-knit web of fierce, complicated love. This is his family. His friend from the jungle, Atiawen, sees all this and just thinks it's chaotic. He compares it to his own life, which he sums up as one heart, one jungle, simpler. But that's the whole point, right? Arreqqana isn't simple. This complicated web of relationships, this messy, loving community, that is their world. And that's exactly what's on the line right now. That's what Giroux is really fighting for. And that brings us right to the brink of this incredible collision. You have the ancient, magical threat crawling out of the sea, and it's about to come face to face with this unconventional, fiercely loyal family from the coast. Two worlds are about to become one very powerful alliance. And just like that, any time for debate is over. While they're all standing there in the cottage, a single massive tentacle just rises from the water. Slick, blacker than midnight, it's all the proof they need. The deep dweller isn't just waking up anymore, it's here. And in that one instant, Giroux takes charge. His protective instinct doesn't go away, it just expands to include everyone. He's not just shielding Yavena now, he's leading the charge, pulling his world and hers together to form a single defiant front against whatever is coming out of that water. So we've seen a young girl's magic, and we've seen the incredible strength of her protector's community. Now, those two forces have joined together. But with an ancient evil literally crawling out of the trench of tears, you have to ask the big question. Is this complex, messy, beautiful web of love and loyalty actually going to be enough to save them all?